Once you learn to read, you will be forever free. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. I prefer to be true to myself, even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, rather than to be false, and to incur my own abhorrence. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom, and yet depreciate agitation, are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. This struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one. Or it may be both moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, and where any one class is made to feel that society is an organized conspiracy to oppress, rob and degrade them, neither persons nor property will be safe. I prayed for freedom for 20 years, but received no answer until I prayed with my legs. The white man's happiness cannot be purchased by the black man's misery. Without a struggle, there can be no progress. To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer, as well as those of the speaker. People might not get all they work for in this world, but they must certainly work for all they get. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. I would unite with anybody to do right, and with nobody to do wrong. Slaves are generally expected to sing as well as to work. It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. No man can put a chain about the ankle of his fellow man without at last finding the other end fastened about his own neck. A gentleman will not insult me, and no man not a gentleman can insult me. A man is worked upon by what he works on. He may carve out his circumstances, but his circumstances will carve him out as well. The life of a nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Power concedes nothing without a demand. I had as well be killed running as die standing. Some know the value of education by having it. I know its value by not having it. You have seen how a man was made a slave. You shall see how a slave was made a man. The destiny of the colored American is the destiny of America. The soul that is within me, no man can degrade. The man who is right is a majority. He who has God and conscience on his side has a majority against the universe. A man who will enslave his own blood may not be safely relied on for many a minute. Freedom is a road seldom traveled by the multitude. The silver trump of freedom roused in my soul eternal wakefulness. My hopes were never brighter than now. At a time like this, scorching irony, not convincing argument, is needed. Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave.